Hey folks, today is Friday, April 13th, 2018. As usual, it's me, Jake Baldino, here to talk about some video game stuff that has been going on this week. First and foremost, last week, if you came out for PAX East 2018 in Boston and said hi to us maybe, got a shirt and stuff like that, thank you for meeting me, Tom, Andrew, the new guy. You definitely are the best, and we love you for that. It's really good to actually meet people that watch this stuff. But enough with my sappy ass, let's talk about some video game stuff. The first bit of news is pretty interesting. There's this new ransomware out there. For those of you that don't know, ransomware is essentially malicious software that can infect your computer, and it essentially locks away your files, and you can't get access to them unless you pay the hacker a ransom of sorts. But this ransomware affects your computer, and the way to get access to your files again is to simply play Pubg. Yes, that is a real thing. A hacker out there, I guess, is spreading the joy of the game of Pubg, where your files are locked away, and it suggests, hey, the only way you can re-access your computer is if you play Pubg for 1 hour. According to people that this has happened to, all you really need to do is run Pubg for a minute or two, and then you'll immediately get access back to your computer. So it's not that big of a deal, but it's just very, very odd. I don't know, I just wanted to put that out there. Has this actually happened to you? Are you unfortunate enough to actually get infected by this stuff? First of all, shame on you. Stop downloading Overwatch porn. This doesn't have to happen.
Yeah, way to king shame our fucking...
I'm not king shaming, but moving on to some other news. This is some real hardcore video game news I want to talk about right now. This isn't just like, oh, this game is getting new DLC, or oh, this game is getting its 1 millionth sequel. We gotta talk about video game high scores for a second and the drama that has been ensuing. This is some cool shit. So Billy Mitchell, the guy who I'm not gonna make fun of his appearance. I'm not gonna make fun of his appearance. He has been the score holder for Donkey Kong, the highest score. He's also the record holder for a perfect game of Pac-Man. And as of this week, after much controversy, his scores, his record-breaking streaks have been stripped away from him from Twin Galaxies, the biggest official keeper of scores, after thoroughly investigating what has been contentious for a long time, that apparently he's a fraud. And apparently through a videotape of him showing himself getting this high score in Donkey Kong, there is contention because of the way the game is rendered on screen. Apparently, the way things are popping up on screen is the way it would be if it was an emulation and not the actual arcade. This would be a MAME. Twin Galaxies has higher standards of how actual records are recorded and shown and proven, and this didn't meet the requirements, and there's a whole bunch of back and forth and arguing and missing videotapes. The rabbit hole goes really deep, but as it stands right now, he's out. He's no longer the video game champ that so many people had believed him to be for many years. And honestly, it is just a freaking wild story, dude. Like I said, I can't talk about everything here. I have to gloss over a lot, but if you want to read the full saga, I linked it in the description below. Now, in a very interesting story that a lot of you guys sent to me, this is kind of wild. Essentially, a division of Dell got caught promoting cheating in Pubg. This is thanks to a reporter who was walking a show floor at a tech conference in China who came across a Dell booth that was essentially advertising the fact that this new Dell machine could run more plugins, and Chinese players apparently love plugins, their words, not mine, and essentially you can use this PC to run more plugins and win more chicken dinners. They then also had an on-screen demo showing active cheating in Pubg, and this was an actual Dell booth. That is pretty crazy for, in China, Dell to be selling their PCs saying, hey, this PC is so great that you can use it to cheat in your favorite games. Wow. So apparently people contacted Dell for comment and they said, hey, that's bad, we messed up, we don't know what the deal is with that employee hawking that cheating, but I still think that's kind of hilarious. I think what it just shows, and it just confirms, you know, people who play Pubg and encounter a lot of cheaters, it just shows that in some places, in some countries, it's very much a normal and accepted thing. Now moving on, we're talking about Grand Theft Auto 5, believe it or not, because it is now officially one of the highest grossing entertainment products ever. More than any movie or TV show or top selling record, anything like that. Apparently it has sold 90 million units and amassed revenue of $6 billion, making it the highest grossing actual media thing in the history of entertainment. That's insane, and I think two takeaways from this. Number one, for people saying, wow, Rockstar spending a lot of time and money and resources in Grand Theft Auto Online, well, there's your answer, why? Number two, I think this is great news only because it's showing that video games are here to stay. Yes, it's a giant evil corporation making a lot of money, but the medium isn't exactly dying. And really, I'm just happy to see that it's a game that's actually good, right? I'm glad it didn't happen to like Candy Crush or Farmville or something like that. But moving on to a new game announcement from Boss Key Studios, the people behind Lawbreakers, Cliffy B. They have announced this new game called Radical Heights. There's a trailer, and it had a surprise early access drop on Steam. You can play it now. It's really, really rough. I want to know what you guys think, though, if you did jump into it. I do wonder, like, how early should early access be? Because first impressions are important, and this game is very much in the early stages.
It's kind of fucked up that you can pay for things in a game that doesn't even have, like, texture buildings in certain parts.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. And weirdly enough with that, Tom, I would say my least issue with this is the fact that it's another Battle Royale game. I could care less. If people are trying to shake up that idea, that's fine. But I think if they're trying to rush it out the door, that's another story. But in other news, we've been talking about this for a couple of weeks. We've been speculating with a lot of things. Sam Fisher is back, baby. Oh.
Oh no! Well, from the top.
Shit. Did it corrupt that recording?
I mean, it has to write it.
Uh-oh. Sam Fisher is back, seriously, and I say Sam Fisher, but what I really mean is Michael Ironside as Sam Fisher, the original voice actor, the good voice actor. Yeah, baby. So what this is really, it's just a free add-on to downloadable mission for Ghost Recon Wildlands, where you team up with Sam Fisher to do a thing. He's in the game world, he's talking, he's walking around, he's voiced by Michael Ironside, his eyes are a little freaky. They are, right?
Yeah.
He looks kind of weird. Now, what implications this actually has for the grand scheme of things, I don't know yet. It's very up in the air. Apparently, this mission does kind of allude to him going off to do another mission. That could be implied he's going to a new game that's going to be announced soon. Or this could just be trying to appease the hardcore fans, and this is all we're really going to get from Michael Ironside as they continue to move on. I don't know, but there is a really, really heartfelt moment here that I do want to run. This clip is courtesy of Eurogamer. We'll link the whole thing down in the description, but check this out.
You look like you've clocked some miles since we last spoke.
Yeah, a few. I've heard they don't make them like me anymore. There was this other guy, though. Army infiltration. He wore a bandana or something.
I heard he finally retired.
Really?
Yep.
It's only me.
That just makes me so sad and happy. Like, that's real, dude. I never expected my favorite stealth game characters to just get so real on me like that, but here we are. Also, in case you missed it, Overwatch Retribution is now a thing for a limited time. This is a PvE event, and it seems like most players, most fans are really enjoying it, so go check it out. See what you think. I also want to acknowledge, in case you missed it, God of War reviews are live now. The game doesn't even come out until next week, but apparently it's receiving some pretty good critical acclaim, and that's exciting. Just want to let you guys know, we're not going to have a before you buy up yet. I didn't get my hands on the game yet, so expect it closer to launch. But moving from Sony news to Xbox news, they have announced a new batch of backwards compatible games, and there's some good shit in that list. There is Full Spectrum Warrior, there is Breakdown, which nobody liked but me. Also the Conquer remake. Not only that, I think some of the biggest news actually is the fact that now Red Dead Redemption is running basically in 4K. It's much sharper, and it looks pretty damn great. And it just makes going back and replaying the game even more enticing. That's nice. Now in some sadder news, it looks like Steam Spy is going away. For those of you that don't know, Steam Spy is a site that lets you view all the data of Steam in terms of games selling, people owning them, all that type of stuff. It's been really useful for us here, for data, for a lot of websites that just report on this stuff. But according to the actual creator behind the site, Steam has been rolling out new changes to your profile and security settings, and it leaves a lot of stuff that Steam Spy would previously track, like what games you own, off or hidden by default, essentially rendering Steam Spy useless. It can't get the data it needs to give us the numbers. And that's a shame, man. There's not really much else to say about that unless Valve changes its mind about the fact that now this is going to be defaulted to hidden for most people. That's how it goes. I mean, yeah, in a perfect world, everyone would turn on their settings so everything would be visible, but it doesn't work like that. So hopefully there's a new way to view more Steam data in the future. I don't know for sure, but that's the way it is right now. But of course, before we go, we got to do that console giveaway we do every single week. You know how it works by now. There's a link in the description. You click it once, you sign up, you enter once, and then you're entered for good. So then every single week we go in and randomly choose one person to win a free console of their choice. And this week's winner is gonna be this person right here. Congratulations. Be sure to keep an eye on your inbox and your spam box and stuff like that, because Tom's going to be getting in touch with you to figure out how we can send you your free shit. Also, if you want, youtube.com/becausevideogames. I just put out a new video, why I like going to video game conventions. Check it out. Let me know what you think. I'm really happy with how it came out. But now we got to talk about all the stuff going on this week on Friday the 13th. It's actually Friday the 13th. Fuck. The biggest question, I really want to know how you guys feel about this whole Sam Fisher thing. Do you think this is going to mean that we're getting a new Splinter Cell game soon, or they're testing the interest? I don't know. I think a Splinter Cell game is sooner rather than later, but I don't know what they're doing here. I feel like they're almost whiffing the big debut of a new Sam Fisher voiced by Michael Irons. I don't know. There's a lot of different ways this can go, so I want to know what you think. Also, have you been playing Overwatch Retribution? What do you think? Not only that, have you gotten this ransomware we talked about? Has that happened to you? That sounds terrible, but not really, because you just have to play PUBG. Are you looking forward to God of War as much as we are here? Also, are any of those Xbox backwards compatible games your jam? Let's talk about this stuff. Let's talk about anything video game news down in the comments. I'll be down there talking to you guys as much as possible. But of course, if you got anything else for me, hit me up on social, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Jake Baldino. But as always, like I say, thank you guys so much for coming around every Friday to watch us talk about bullshit here. We really appreciate it. If you do enjoy this, clicking the like button does help us out. And if you're new, you should subscribe, because we're here every Friday, but we're really here every day putting stuff out. But as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time. I'm Jake Baldino. Pizza's on me.